I've had mushrooms once. I cried when I saw a pigeon with a feather out of place because the other pigeons didn't want to be friends with it. And I was like, yeah, I'm seeing the world for what it is.
This is thRIFFting. I'm Jess Fuchs, and today I'm at Potts Point Vintage with my special guest. Oh my God, it's Danielle Walker. Let's go. Come on.
Danielle is a charming, unique and hilarious comedian, actress and all-round creative genius hailing from regional Queensland. That last part doesn't matter, but it kind of totally does. Today, I'm lucky enough to be rummaging through one of my favourite vintage shops with one of my favourite comedians.
So you're from Queensland?
Yes.
And what's that like?
It's beautiful one day, perfect the next. That is the
You
slogan.
sound like, oh, that's the official
Yeah.
slogan. You could have any superpower in the world. What are you picking?
I can learn any skill easily.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, because it's like then you could be like classical guitarist in a day.
I feel like there would be some really smart, like savants who are capable of that.
Me and my friend went to an op shop once and I picked up a violin, she picked up a flute, and then we got home and it was when the only thing we could think of that you could play violin with off the top of our heads was Viva La Vida by Coldplay. And then we both at the same time went like, and she started playing the flute and I went, do, do, and we got it right. And then at the end we were like, what? We didn't play the instruments after that because we were bad.
So you were in the Scouts.
I had the khaki scout top.
Did you ever meet the Scout man himself, the one who created it?
He was quite dead.
Describe your fashion sense in like 3 words.
Kid 60s kid maybe? I don't
Yeah.
know, this is what I think because I think I like A-line but then I also just like fun shirts.
Wait, you like what?
Fun shirts.
No, what was the word you said before that?
Like A-line skirts
Oh, A-line.
and
Okay,
stuff.
yeah, but that's kind of 60s.
That is 60s, yeah.
So you're going 60s kid.
Fun. And I need fabric that feels comfortable
Oh, yes.
on my skin.
Yes.
If not, I'd have to wear a full like body stocking underneath.
like a full gimp suit. What do you miss the most about like coming from somewhere that's more country versus city living?
The stars?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's really sweet.
My,
That's nice.
my cousin grew up in Brisbane and she came to Townsville once and she looked up at the stars and she went, wow, it's just like in The Lion King.
Not here you look up and it's
No.
like someone's spitting at you from the top of their
Yeah.
building. How did you get into comedy?
I think it's nearly 10 years now. I think I started 2014.
Okay.
My cousins, when I was like a teenager, they were like, you should do comedy. And I was like, no. And then I had some other friends who were like, you should do comedy.
Yeah.
And they were unrelated, like they never met my cousins. And I was like, wow.
Dead or alive, who are 5 people that you're having at a dinner party? Like who are your main, like your dream guests?
Okay, my Nana's dad.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. And can I bring him back? So he's a ghost, so he's been dead for a while.
He's done it all and he's died for a bit and then now he's coming back to the dinner party. Yeah, sure.
Because I want to know if I was seeing his ghost as a child or if I made it up.
Okay, so you want to fact check like were you around?
Yeah.
Okay. Because how would you have imagined him if you hadn't? Well, you would have seen pictures.
No. Right. I woke up in the middle of the night. Oh my God, people are going to think I'm crazy.
No, this is amazing.
Okay, I woke up in the middle of the night. I was probably like 5 or 6 and my mum was jumping up and down on my bed. And so I like ran into mum and dad's room to get dad to be like, can you please get mum and stop her from jumping on my bed? I got into mum and dad's room. Mum and dad were asleep in there. Then from that point on, I started to name all of my possessions, everything on, not Andre, Edward. Like I wanted to call my dog Edward, but I ended up calling him Andre. That's why I got the name confused there.
Yes.
And then my Nana, she was like, why are you calling everything Edward? And I said, oh, there's a man, he comes to visit me at night, he plays me the harmonica, he tells me jokes, he tells me stories, and his name's Edward. And then my Nana, she started crying. Stop. And then she was like, she told me her dad was one of 2 taxi drivers in Tully and he worked really long hours and he'd get home and he'd wake her up because they wouldn't see each other if not during the day, and he'd tell her the stories that passengers told him that day and the jokes, and he played the harmonica. And my mum looks a lot like him and his name's Edward. Yeah. So I want to know if that was him or
that was
if I was
him.
just
That
a
was
psycho
him.
little kid.
How's your style like changed either as you've come to the city and grown up or like through comedy? Do you feel like comedy's influenced it at all?
Comedy has because now I buy things that I'm like, would I wear it on stage?
I know.
Yeah.
I think about that a lot too.
And then the audience, they're sitting at this angle.
So you can't.
So I'm like, well, I don't want anything that's going to be a bit camel toe-y because
Yeah.
it's going to be really in their faces.
And we
if I
know
wear
you have a longer torso. Well, no, we don't know if your torso is longer or your legs are longer.
I don't know what's wrong with the shape of
with your
my
body.
There's
Perhaps
something
you're
wrong.
just perfectly even.
But then all the clothes are wrong.
Shit.
Or maybe I've just got a real juicy pussy.
Have you seen that? I think it's become a meme, but it's like they found a way to 3D scan the voice box of, I'm gonna say it's Tutankhamun, but I don't know if that's true. And then people were expecting his voice to be really like deep and stuff, and then it's like,
My Uncle Peter was a roo shooter. Yeah. And a pig shooter.
This is the thing. My uncle is a lawyer. I wish I knew how to sew.
You can just start sewing.
I know, but it's really hard.
I really think a different time period, I would have made a really good stay-at-home wife.
Yeah.
Like, but no
I think
kids.
about that too all the, yes.
Yeah.
No marriage, no kids.
If it was just
But just-
designing a home in
wouldn't that be
pastels.
nice?
Oh.
What time period do you think?
Well, this is what's hard because I think if I could
Pick one.
be right now, if it was right now and I could just have endless money to do all the craft hobbies
Yes,
and
yes.
didn't have to do anything else, I would be living the dream. I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of these badges. So this here, that's the World Scouting Badge. Have your boomerang, swimming. Ruckjump Mowgli, that's to let people know you're an Australian Scout. Arcala, First Aid Badge. Baloo, Orienteering Badge. Your stripes that signify your ranking. Of course I got my yellow cord, Cooking Badge. Your links.
And did yours also have fringe?
Mine didn't have fringe, it was
Right, this
your
might have just
classic
been
khaki.
It was okay.
And then when they changed the uniform, it became blue and green. And people, there was uproar within the community. They were like,
Really?
you look like a Sea Scout. You don't look like a Scout.
Who's coming to the dinner party? Edward?
Okay, Edward. Then,
It's really hard.
so I take every question very serious.
Yeah, no, do it. You should.
Edward, and then Auntie Dawn. So I know that this
So
is...
these are all family members.
And then maybe Frida Kahlo.
Okay.
She'd love it. Frida would be like, love to
She'd
be
probably
around this
love
family
Edward as
reunion.
well, yeah. Do you remember any of your
felt
first jokes that you wrote?
I did a story about the first time I got my period.
Okay.
And I was supposed to go to a pool party, and my mum was like, well, you're going to need a tampon if you go to a pool party.
Yeah.
And then she took me to the Woolworths on the way there. She bought some tampons, and she took me into the disabled cubicle, and
Yeah.
then she put one into herself in front of me to show me how to do
A
it.
demonstration, of course.
And that, I think, was a scarring incident.
I didn't know pads were a thing for like a long time.
How old were you? Did you even know where the hole was?
I kind of would have appreciated a model demonstration.
Well, it wasn't really a good model because my mum had a big bush, so I couldn't see at all what she was doing.
just
It was just her with her pants down and her leg up on a toilet seat.
oh
in
yeah, the
public
leg up
in front of me.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you just then
Just
having
watching
to
it disappear.
Do you go to psychics ever now, or tarot cards, any palm readers?
Oh, once I did organise a psychic for my friend's hen's party, and she's in entertainment. And this lady just kept trying to tell us about her script and kept like
She's
saying,
like, the ghosts, the spirits want me to tell you
Yeah.
about this incredible pilot I have.
Yes, she was doing like tarots and kept on being like, oh, sorry, they keep coming up for me. Oh, success. Oh.
If we're dropped into the desert or where are we dropped into?
Well, it's your hypothetical.
Shit, okay. I'm dropped into nature.
Okay.
How do I survive?
Well,
Top tips.
top tips, look for water,
Okay.
follow it.
Do you feel like you could survive if you were dropped somewhere?
This is my dream. There was a girl in my high school who drew, when she would draw pants, she would draw them like, and then the crotch she would draw like that. Like she
Like
would
a V?
she
like
would
a
draw
W?
like just like the crotch she would draw like this, and then she'd draw the pant legs on the side. So it would be like
Oh, wow.
this would be the.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's it. That's the new winter look for you. That's the brief.
This is me.
You got to try it on.
No,
it have a hood?
it doesn't. But
Oh, I
it's,
like that
you know
purple
what? That is good.
touch.
Yeah, I could just pop it up so people can see it.
Yeah, you got to pop it up.
And I am a sport observer. I do not play sport, but
But you love
I
to
do
observe,
observe.
now that you've got a boyfriend.
well, actually, the other night I told him one of my greatest things I love to watch is the Ian Thorpe 400 meters Sydney Olympics freestyle. Thorpe is so far ahead of everybody, and the crowd are going wild. And he's like his body's in front of him. He touches the wall and he gets up, and nobody's even hit the wall yet.
Could you imagine that feeling?
I've got goosebumps right now. Look at that. Oh, Thorpe, an icon, honestly.
Maybe you have him at your dinner.
You know what? I would. He's alive.
He is, but I did say dead or alive.
Dead or? Oh, I
So
did.
you
I
could
just
have
said
him.
dead.
Yeah.
I just went dead.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I
okay.
changed my whole.
So now Thorpe's
I just
in the
invite
mix.
friends over. Way less awkward. I'm like, what a Frida Kahlo and my Nana's dad going to talk about?
Ooh, yes, I
Yeah.
love that. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels comfy and it looks really good.
No, it looks
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
This colour
and I
is so
love this
fun.
colour. I also love, did you see that on the back there's a little bit of purple?
Oh,
Little bit of purple on
this.
Yeah.
This is good.
It's that's sports mode.
Yes.
Oh my God, okay, I'm gonna try mine on. Here we
Yes,
go. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, but I do wanna say, the way that this is squashing my boobs down is,
It's
the
marmy.
meat is under here.
I can see.
Can you see, is it quite?
It's like when you put a pillow into a pillowcase and the pillowcase is like that's what it's doing to the boob.
But it's feeling, if you could touch under the breast and just feel the way it's, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like it would almost make it feel like it's not your breast. Like when you touch it and be like, that's unfamiliar.
Yeah, I'm like, what meat does that belong?
Yeah.
Who owns that meat?
Okay, I want to try something else on now.
Okay,
You stay in
I
this
inspired
until
you. Okay.
I've
You
got
slip
something
into
else in there. I
more
want to see.
comfortable. That's actually stunning.
I'm gonna wear this to my dinner with Ian
This
Thorpe.
is, yeah, and this also it suits because it's kind of ghostly, and if you're having some dead people,
Yes.
and if you were haunting someone, it would be in this outfit. So, okay, I'm getting into my final look.
Okay, yes, get into your final. Yes,
I feel like a sexy flight attendant.
I think it is stunning.
We look amazing. I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. Thank you so much for thrifting with me. Yeah, just the exit is just that way and down to your right.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you later. Thank you for coming.
Because sometimes I think, I would have loved to be around back in the whatever time period in England where there was witches who were making little
But then
remedies.
you could have been
but I would
killed
have
as a witch.
killed,
You would
yeah.
have